My name is Michal Hvorecký and I live in Bratislava, Slovakia. I write fiction and non-fiction and I translate from German language. And I have these beautiful bookshelves at home and I work in a library of Goethe-Institut, in a German library here in my town. And that's a beautiful way of life because you have so many books, and especially in times of Corona, in times of isolation, you have all these stories you can rediscover, or you can jump back in, or you can just read them and enjoy them and get inspired. And one day I was at work in the library and a gentleman comes in and he's just walking around and looking at books and looking at the bookshelves, and somehow I asked him, "Do you need any help?" And he said, "Well, thank you, I'm just walking around and I'm looking what you have, what for collection. And maybe if you have books by my grandfather." And I was, "Well, let me help you. We can look into the catalog, or I can help you to search for it." And well, most probably you don't know him because it's some time ago, and I don't think it's happening. And but I said, "Well, you know, let me try." And who was he? And he asked me, "Do you know Hermann Hesse?" And I was like, "What do you mean? If I know Hermann Hesse? Of course I know Hermann Hesse. Is he your grandfather?" And he said, "Yeah, he was my grandfather." And I just couldn't believe it. And so we started to talk, and he really was Silver Hesse, grandson of Hermann Hesse. So I told him what Hesse meant for me and how he influenced me in so many ways, and how I read almost whole fiction I could get, first in Slovak language in translations, later in German original. And we exchanged contacts and we stayed in contact, we wrote emails and we became friends. And he came back to Bratislava. He gave a public lecture on his work for Hesse's Foundation, how he is taking care of Hesse's heritage, how they are now publishing the letters of Hesse which were never published before. And he even gave us a whole collection of Hesse's non-fiction as a gift for the library. And one of the results of this beautiful friendship is this small book, which I consider one of the best books by Hesse, Klingor's Last Summer, which is in Slovak edition, completely new, with original aquarels by Hesse himself. His watercolors. He was a very talented painter as well, and this for me is one of the examples of how the fiction, the literature and life mingle together and create a sense of wonder. Thank you for listening. Keep safe, stay home, and see you in better times. Ďakujem vám. Dovidenia.